Met a girl in Oakland, but I don't wanna say her name.
Okay, you guys, this interview right here is really special to me because I'm with Natasha. Okay, you guys may not know this, but when I first started my journey um, in the bodybuilding industry, when I wanted to be a physique competitor, she and I both started relatively around the same time, had a similar coach, and then of course just kept going and are still going. And of course, Natasha now is IFBB Pro, and she has arrived, and I cannot be prouder. I'm so proud of you. It's been amazing to watch. You know, we talk a lot about mindset. I think like you're probably one of the most sweet and gracious, calm people that I've ever met. I know that things probably get really crazy on around you and in your atmosphere and things that you got to deal with every day, but your presence has always been so consistent. That, along with your work ethic in the gym, has been, like I said, just tremendous to watch. And so we're going to dig into a little bit of that, you guys. We're going to learn more about Natasha. Thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
Miss Natasha Butler. Okay, we got to start at the beginning, girl. All right. Tell me, if you had to describe yourself in a tweet, or give me a couple of words to describe you, what would you say?
I like cool energy, like I'm more cool, laid back, but sometimes I'm very energetic and real chill. I love positivity. I love good energy, people around me. So that's pretty much how I am.
Yes, she tells no lies. She loves good energy. From the day I met her, she's always been like, just about the positive vibes and keeping that positive energy. So tell me
Yeah,
a little bit about why bodybuilding. And this time, guys, we get to talk to a figure competitor. Natasha's body is tremendous.
thank you.
But it's been a lot of work, right? So tell me,
Yeah.
why bodybuilding, and then why figure?
So at first, I had went to one of a friend of mine, bodybuilding competition for the first time, and I was just looking at the women, and I was inspired by how they was looking, and I was like, oh, I want to do this. So at first, I was interested in bikini, but then when I talked to the coach that I had at the time, he was saying my body is more muscular, so I'll be perfect for figure. But at first, I really didn't want to do figure because I'm like, it just took me outside of my comfort zone. So that's how I was in figure, and I just grinded out ever since.
Yeah. So what was it about that first show that you think you caught the bug? Like what was it that you were most attracted to?
I was most attracted to the confidence of you have to be confident to get on that stage. You have to be disciplined to get on that stage, and it was just how their confidence was what was intriguing to me that made me want to start doing bodybuilding. I was like, okay, I can see myself, I can picture myself doing something like that. I can work towards that goal. And just their confidence alone was
Yeah.
amazing.
So had you always been like active and athletic, like in middle school, high school?
I never played any sports. So that's the big kicker. I never played any sports. I just got in the gym one day and I was like, okay, first I was like any other person who first started their journey. Don't like it at first. And I started being more committed, started being more disciplined disciplined in the gym. And I started seeing the results and I started enjoying the journey of working out. So that's how I became like in the start working out, but never played any sports at
Yeah.
all.
Tell me about your first show. When was it? Looking back now that you have this pro status, tell me what it was like for your first show in the NPC.
So my very first show, I think, was the Charlotte Cup in April 2021. Um, I always had like I would listen to some of the people who was more of a vet at the sport. They were saying that you got to be calm, you can't compare yourself to others. So when I came in, I was surprisingly like when I first got on the stage, I was surprisingly um, shocked that I wasn't nervous of getting on the stage. So that was a plus. And then I had like this calm spirit about me of not trying to look at the other girls, just came to do my thing and not worried about, because this is the package that I brought and I can't change it. So I worked hard for this. So when I first got on the stage, it was real calm. I wasn't nervous at all. So, and I was like, after that first one, I was like, oh, I like this. First, I thought would be shy or something like that, but I'm like, I like this type of this energy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and how did you place? How did you do your very first show?
So my very first show, I got first and second. I got first in the open, and then comparing myself to all the like, I forgot what it's called. I got a brain fart.
Yeah.
But then second overall.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. All right. So then we, fast forward, a lot of training sessions, a lot of rice, a lot of turkey. Talk to me a little bit about some of the hardest moments, throughout your career so far. Like, y'all might know this, but y'all might notice, y'all might not know this, but Natasha is also technically a firefighter. You got certified, like I remember like you were going and doing your training and all of that while in prep to become a firefighter at one point. And I remember us talking in the gym about, how it was hard. I could see it on your face. Like you was like, I think I made a mistake. Like, but again, it was something that you started that you wanted to finish. And so, talk to me a little bit about some of the harder moments throughout your career so far.
So at first I had joined, well, back in around COVID time, I think it was 2020, I had joined the fire department, not wanting to always want to be a firefighter, but I joined it to get away from the job that I had. So at first, friends of mine in the gym was like, Natasha, I think you'd be good at being a firefighter because you always in the gym, you always working out. So I was like, I just blew it off. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then another time after that, it was like, so have you applied? And I was like, no, I didn't apply. So after that second conversation, I had joined the fire department. And when I joined the fire department, I thought they wasn't going to hire me because I was just going along with the motions and they ended up hiring me. And during that training I think it was the most challenging thing that I ever done in my life. That was the moment that I believe that taught me that discipline, taught me to keep going when it's hard, taught me to keep going when you want to give up. So that was the moment. Like I said, haven't played any sports, but that particular training taught me to keep going. So what it relates to bodybuilding in the gym is it's not an easy sport. It's hard. It's challenging. You just got to keep going and be consistent at it. And that moment from the firefighter helped me along with bodybuilding.
Hmm.
But I did that for about a year. It was, like trying to stick it out to see if it was something that I would end up loving. It wasn't nothing that I couldn't see myself in it. My soul couldn't do it anymore, but I respect it a whole lot.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing that, and after doing training, I ended up doing bodybuilding and just been consistent at it. But that moment helped me along to where I'm currently at today.
Yeah. And so training and being a firefighter and also prepping for shows and competing and all of that took tremendous discipline and a lot of courage, girl. So big up to you for that. Um,
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about like now, okay, so we flash forward, right? So you did your first show, got one or two, kept competing, became a certified firefighter, was doing the firefighter thing for a while, took a step back from that. And then at some point your mindset just changed. And I just remember, you saying like, I'm gonna take a little bit of isolation, a little bit of solitude, but I'm going for my pro card. And so 2022, I think you did a couple national shows, and then 2023 you were able to seal the deal. Talk to me a little bit about how your mindset changed from, just competing, and then what did you tap into in order to say, all right, from here on out, it's a different level, and I'm getting that card.
So it started out after, it took me 8 shows to get to the IFBB Pro card. So after every show, out of 7, my coach was there, and every time we will be there, we'll have like the energy, vibes and stuff will always be good. So we'll talk about the next plan, and I just got, tired of. Got tired of losing. So even though it was like you losing, but you still learning from each show, my mindset changed. I was like, okay, so if I want, this is what I wanted to do, is be an IFB pro. I started thinking like an IFB pro, started embodying that IFBB pro. So if I was like thinking of, okay, so what would it feel like to be an IFBB pro? Because most of the IFBB pros that you see, they're more confident. They're in the stage of doing bodybuilding. You kind of like, um, your body is changing. So you trying to be more confident, and because you don't look like the average person. So it's like, okay, so if I'm gonna be an IB pro, I gotta learn to not worry about what other people is thinking, their judgments on you of not looking like them. So it was more of embodying that IFBB pro with the confidence, training like an IFBB pro, being consistent, doing the best you can, encouraging others along the way. So it was embodying, and even though at the moment I wasn't an IFBB pro, but it was just, okay, thinking like an IFBB pro, training like an IFBB pro, and just encouraging others along
Yeah.
the way. So that was, and then creating a vision board of, on my phone. I had a vision board on my phone, that had IFBB pro, like the little card that they have.
Yeah.
I had that on my phone. So when I look at my phone, I'm constantly thinking about it and manifesting towards
That's
that
right.
IFBB pro goal.
Wow. So for you, you basically were like, in my mind and in my body and my spirit and in my actions and the things that I'm gonna do every day, it's already mine. Y'all just
Hmm.
haven't given it to me yet, but it's already mine.
Believing in yourself.
That's right. Believing in yourself and just realizing that it's already yours. It just hasn't happened yet. Right. And
Exactly.
so, and then just being totally calm about the fact that it will happen eventually. So just hold on and don't worry about it. So that day, talk to me about show day. When you I was there. I was there. I saw you minutes after coming off stage, and we were both kind of just like, wow, it just happened. And even then, you was super humble. I remember I was getting ready to cry, and you was just like, okay, I split center, we gonna see what happened. And I'm thinking, this chick just got her pro card, and she's still like, you know what I mean? Because I guess because you already felt like it was already yours, and so you already knew what it felt like to be there. But talk to me about that show day.
So that show day, me and my boyfriend, we had like a little joke that we had between us. He was like, when you get there, I already, like I said, had that envision of, okay, I felt confident in the process. And we had a little joke about, okay, when you go there, you gonna take that shit. Like, give me my shit.
Right?
So like give me my shit, like, in a humble way, not in a humble way,
Yeah,
like,
it's
give me my
mine. I
shit. I
earned
worked
it.
hard.
That's right.
It's mine. Like, this is my or yeah, it's my fourth national doing that particular show. So it was that, because when I got to the show, not got to the show, but when I started training with my coach, I started posing, and I thought it wasn't where I thought I wasn't where I needed to be. But then we made some tweaks, we made some changes in the posing, and it made me more confident. So after the joke and after tweaking the pose, getting to the show, it was like, okay, I try to stay calm. I try to keep like probably listen to music, whatever that's going to calm me, and embodying. Okay, so when I get this IMDb, when it happens, I picture myself crying, and I picture myself like how it was gonna be when I get this card,
Yeah.
and just having this calm energy. So when I was first call out, okay, I still had that, after prejudging, had the first call out. Okay, try to stay calm and just thinking about my emotions at the time. So when finals came, it happened. I'm waiting and just having that calm energy, like, okay. And I was just thinking that it was going to be more than what it was, but it was just like, like, I thought
Yeah.
I'd be like crying or something, but it was like a calm feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're like, again, just stepping into the next phase of this journey, because you had already done the work, right? You already knew it was yours. And so you were just like, you always see people fall to the ground and cry, and it's
I thought
emotional.
I would be like,
Yeah, but that's because you're seeing their reaction, and I think a lot of times we do that. Like we will kind of describe in our mind or create this fantasy of how it's supposed to be, but your journey has been so different than everyone else, then that reward is also going to look and feel different than everyone else as well. Because one thing I know about bodybuilding, it is extremely unique to each competitor. No two stories, no two physiques, no two mindsets, no two meal plans, no two workout regimens are the same. And
yeah,
the main thing is just being the best on that day, right? So
yes,
again,
because it took a
congratulations.
lot to get there.
Yeah, it takes a lot,
It's
a lot to get there. Let's talk a little bit about that real quick. What's the number one food that that got you through? Like what was your go-to, your guilty pleasure, or something that you found out that you liked that you didn't like before, or like because we all eat the rice, we all eat the protein, but like what was that thing?
so in the moment of this particular show, my schedule changed and it was hectic to meal prep. I hate to say you just have to do the best you can and what works for your body. Um, I'm gonna admit it. I didn't do my best as far as eating like meal prepping it myself, but
Yeah.
I would get foods that was similar to my meal plan, and
Okay.
I was just making it do what it do. So I would get like Panda Express and get like the chicken. Like my schedule was crazy as heck. I would
Yeah,
get the chicken from Panda Express, get the super greens, and we made a joke about that. Like, how you gonna win off of Panda Express? And I'm like, it's some of the stuff is similar to my
that's
to my
right.
meal plan. I had my tuna, my rice cakes, but the chicken was mainly from Panda Express. I hate
Shout
to
out to
say, I'm
Panda
abusing
Express.
it.
Listen, I have been known in a crunch to go to Zaxby's and just order the chicken breast by itself. And that is a pro tip, guys. I'm not a pro yet, but I will tell you, chicken is chicken. Yes, it's better if you cook it yourself, but in a bind, just staying as close to your meal plan as possible. There's been times when I've been on the road and I've had to eat several meals out of gas stations. They have plain
Ever,
chicken, they have pickles, they have small salads, they have eggs. Like, you can do it. Like, you can do it. Not every single meal is going to be made or prepared by your hands, but yes, you can go to Chick-fil-A and literally just order the chicken. You can get grilled chicken nuggets. They have the protein, they have the meat. You can go places and just order the rice. It's okay. You can even go to a restaurant and tell them, all I want is I need 5 ounces of grilled chicken. I need, 3 or 4 ounces of rice, and I need a side salad or some vegetables. And it may not be on the menu, but they got that in the back and they can cook it for you.
Mhm.
So thank you for that reminder, because like you said, it's any means necessary. You got to get creative. And you didn't say, well, I don't have my food, so I'm just going to eat a burger. No, it was like, where can I get chicken from? Where can I get vegetables from?
The
So
thing
that's
is, you gotta do the best you can and make it work. Because
right.
we in a workroom will laugh about that. It's like you eating Panda is like it's close to my.
That's right. Yeah, listen, I got to feed these muscles. I got to eat this post-workout meal or pre-workout meal, get it in and make it work. We'll do what it do, right? And that little bit of, that little bit of stuff, it's not going to derail your prep at all. You can't do it every day, but in a bind, get creative and stick as close to your plan as possible. And you let your coach know and y'all work around it and it's all good. And not having that defeatist mindset, and again, just manifesting was incredible. Okay, y'all know me. I love music. My life is a soundtrack. I say it all the time. Tell me what was at the top of your playlist uh this year as you go into, this pro season. Tell me, what songs are you listening to? What songs get Natasha hype?
Not a particular song, probably more like artists. I like
Okay.
for anybody who know me, I love Gucci Man. I love
Okay.
Future. I love like it has to be like club like hype music, and I just get in the zone of. So when you see me, I'm in my own little world. I'm listening to like these hype music, and I'm just
Yeah.
getting looking at my list that I have to do and just checking it off. But have like this, I love club like music, like that hype
Yeah.
music that's gonna get me going, and it did what it needed to do.
If you had to pick one Gucci Man song, or one song that you think like, okay, I listen to this one almost every day at a prep, which one would it be?
it'd probably be like yellow
Lemonade.
lemonade. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
lemonade.
It's so funny because that's definitely on my playlist, and I want to say, um, another person that's part of the Her Story, building Her Story, project also said that same song. So I don't know, y'all. Like they say, it's something in the water. It might be something in that song because when you hear that,
Yo, living room
It's
said,
the beat.
lemonade green shoes for my girl.
It's the beat.
it gets you hype. I don't even know what he be talking about. He be talking about
Me
yellow
too.
cars, lemon pepper wings, lemonade, ices. But child, that it'll get you through them last couple of reps for sure. So final thing would be, um, you obviously have achieved so much, and there's more to come. Talk to me a little bit about what this year looks like. Are you taking a break? Are you going full steam? Like, what are you and your coach plotting?
So this year, I'm mainly focused on being present with my family, with my loved ones, and then also I'm continually working, working out. I'm not really taking a break, but I'm going hard, but I'm still like
Yeah, just staying in the
enjoying the
pocket.
moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then soon I'm gonna start back up my plan and for my coach, and probably do one for the next year or so. But just being
Yeah.
present in the moment.
Yeah, good,
Taking it
good.
all in, like
That's
not trying to
right.
rush. Because even as a pro, you still starting over to the very bottom and you working your way up. So I don't want to rush it, but still working towards that goal. So I'm never like people are like, what's next? I'm never like I'm still going to constantly keep it going, but um, just being present in the moment,
Yeah. And
taking my time.
as we celebrate Black History Month, you obviously are making history in your own right. And it's so important because we say this a lot, bodybuilding is already just 1% of the population, and then we cut that in half between men and women. And then even within that women piece, there's a smaller percentage of Black women doing this. More Black women are entering this incredible world of bodybuilding. We have been though from years and years in the 80s, like when bodybuilding was popular, when I was growing up, when I was young. We've always been here. But give me one word of encouragement for other young Black women, and then tell me a little bit about maybe who some of your mentors have been.
So, some encouraging words is never worry about what the next person doing because you would never look like them. They would never look like you. You have to be in your own journey. You have to be consistent. You have to love yourself through all stages because your body is going to constantly change, either building or leaning down. So you have to be confident and comfortable with who you are. Never looking at the next person because you will never be them. I hate to say it. You might be a cooler version of yourself. You worried about what the next person. I have a friend named Michelle. She's figure and she's already an IFBB. She was an IFBB pro before I was, but she would always give me like encouraging advice, always positive, always humbled in who she was, and always give me that big sister advice of, okay, this will help you out, and it wasn't dimming her light at all. We appreciate that. We have like sometimes we be in the gym and I see her, and sometimes we'll just pop and talk for a long period of time, but it was always encouraging. It was always something that would help build me up as a person, and I always value the time that we had in those conversations
Yeah,
because she don't know
yeah,
how much she may not think, but I want her to know that I appreciate all the advice that she's been giving me along. Oh, and number one, my coach.
yeah,
He's always been encouraging. He's always been like believing in me in this whole way. So it's just like all the women and stuff that I see on a daily that's in the sport, that's in the gym, not all competitors, but just the people that I see on a daily. You has been always been, I can learn from you as well. I learn from you as well. And other people that I see on a daily that we all grinding it out and encouraging one another. Not the fact that they have the same goal of doing bodybuilding. It's just we all have different reasons of why we in this gym, and it may be stuff that's going on our daily, but I was learning from everybody.
yeah. I will say that the community is extremely supportive. And, you know, if anybody knows, we know how much goes into this. And, you know, it's, you know, being able to watch your friends achieve their dreams just lets you know that yours is right around the corner. You know, just hang in there, keep going. And like you
Timing.
said, as long as you just don't give up, it's inevitable that you'll get there. Girl, thank you so much again for being a part of this project. I can't wait to see what happens with you in the future. Again, just looking back at some of those stage photos from where we started to where you are now, it just goes to show that the proof is in the persistence. And you know, you
Yes.
performed, and girl, just love you so much. Thank you for being who you are
Love
and
you
being a
too.
blessing to everybody around you, and continue to have that light. I know you will. So y'all, this has been the Miss Beautiful Natasha Butler. You guys will
Thank
see
you.
her very soon. You know, maybe a year or so, but she's not rushing it. But she is going to be a force to be reckoned with, just because you know, she has all that positive energy, and her aura is so infectious. And so, giving you your flowers, girl. We love
Thank
you.
you, sis.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.